Hey everyone, I'm attorney Joseph McClelland, and we're about to go over the topic of Experian. What happens when Experian says that you're dead? Alright, if you've seen one of my videos before, you'll understand where we're going with this, but Experian is a credit reporting agency, and they maintain a file on you. And that file includes a bunch of your creditors and a lot of your personal information. Now, if Experian determines or thinks that you're deceased, they're going to start to close them all down. Okay? And that means that every account that you have open will then be closed and you won't have access to your information or your credit cards or your bank accounts. They all go down like dominoes. Alright, so we know that Experian is behind all this, but what's the reason why Experian did this in the first place? Well, it could be that Experian just thinks that you're someone else. You know, Experian is a credit bureau. They keep the information of a lot of people, and sometimes they make the mistakes and mix you up with someone else. And unfortunately for that other person is dead, right? And so they think that you're this other guy or gal, and they close down all of your credit reports because they think that you're dead. Or actually they think this other person is dead and they think you're the same person. So that's the first reason. The second reason can happen is that you actually have an account with someone else, and that person passed away, unfortunately. So maybe you have a spouse or a family member that was a joint signer on that account, and they passed away. And because of that, it's potential that that creditor thinks that you're both deceased. And so they tell that to Experian. And so instead of Experian reaching out to you to see if that's true, or to reach out to your business, or to reach out to the next of kin, or to mail you a letter, they're just going to close it down. It's just easier for them. That's how they prefer for this to happen, just to close it down. So that's the second thing that can happen, and that would be a reason why Experian would either close down one or all of your accounts, giving you a 0 credit score. And the third reason this could happen is it could be an error over at Social Security Administration. And again, this could be because they've mixed you up. It could be because the credit bureaus have mixed you up, or another creditor has mixed you up. Whatever the case, somehow the Social Security Administration has put it in their system that you're deceased. And when that happens, you may have a creditor or someone else go look at that information and then report back to Experian that you're dead. And as a result, Experian is going to close it all down. Okay, so let's say you found yourself in this situation, right? And either you don't have access to your Experian credit report anymore, or you do have access to your credit report and you start to see marks on your credit report that you're deceased. Alright, what should you do? Well, I think there's basically two options for you. There's three options, really. The first option is to do nothing. Alright, we don't like that idea. The second option is that you alone can go track down the right phone numbers, track down the right addresses to mail these letters, go find the right letters and templates and draft them yourself. Hopefully you'll get them right. You can then nail them and put Experian on notice, follow up with them to make sure it's corrected, and see how that works for you. That's fantastic. A lot of people like to do that. That's great. If that's your situation, in fact, if you wanted to contact us, free of charge, no issue, we will give you all our documents and templates and all the experience we have for you to do that yourself, if that's what you want to do. That's great. The third option is actually just to let us do that. Now, we're going to do that free of charge, and what we will actually do is mail those letters on your behalf, make sure they have all the information that they need to turn your credit report back on, and get you back online. Now, it's important to know that if you are in this situation, you most likely have a very valuable claim for damages against Experian, because Experian is behind all of this, and they have a legal obligation not to allow this to happen, but they did. And so part of what we will do is make sure that you get back online, that you get your credit report back, that you get your credit score back to where it could be, and then we'll take our knowledge of experience in federal court and we will file a claim on your behalf to get you damages under the law. So those are your three options. You can do nothing. You can contact us and we'll give you all of our documents and templates and tell you what to expect when you start doing this. Or you can just notify us, kick back, and let us take over. Guys, and there you go. Those are the 3 things you can do to get Experian to stop calling you dead. Alright, guys, I'm attorney Joseph McClelland, and I'm wishing you and yours all the best.